If you've ever wondered what these da words in German mean, like damit, dafür, darauf, davon, etc., then I have good news for you. Because in this video, I'm going to demystify these words that appear a lot in daily German sentences and that can be tricky to translate. However, they are crucial for speaking German fluently, so today we'll learn what they are, what they mean, and when you need them. Surprisingly, they actually make German sentences a lot easier. Want to know how? Then give me a like and we'll dive right in. If you're new here, hallo und herzlich willkommen. My name is Salome and I'm a certified native German teacher and polyglot from Frankfurt. My mission is to help expats and professionals who are moving to the German-speaking countries become confident in their conversational skills. So on this channel, I teach practical, high-standard German for everyday life in plain English. So if this is something you need because you're done with feeling confused, then hit subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload my weekly lesson. Also, if you've been around for a bit but haven't subscribed yet, why not? What are you waiting for? It really helps the channel to grow and spread the word to more German learners just like you. And by subscribing, you're also letting me know that you find these videos useful. Otherwise, how else am I going to know? Alright, bist du bereit? Los geht's! So before we dive into the da words, we need to zoom out for a little bit to understand the big picture. In German and English, we talk about objects, concepts, and people by using nouns. Then we usually don't repeat them in the next sentence, but replace them with pronouns. For example, mein Mann arbeitet bei Bosch. Ist Ingenieur. Or meine Nachbarin ist sehr nett. Sie heißt Laura. So far, so good. Next, we need to understand that in German there are sentences with verbs and adjectives that require a certain preposition. In English, we simply replace the nouns mentioned with pronouns. So for example, I'll drive with my car to work. I drive with it to work. But in German, the preposition and the pronoun are combined in one form, a so-called da compound, or in German we call these Pronominaladverb. For example, ich fahre mit meinem Auto zur Arbeit. Ich fahre damit zur Arbeit. Damit here is referring to mit meinem Auto, so that I wouldn't need to repeat mein Auto over and over again if this was the topic of the conversation. Like for example, ich habe ein neues Auto gekauft. Ich fahre mit dem neuen Auto zur Arbeit. Instead, I can simply say, ich habe ein neues Auto gekauft, ich fahre damit zur Arbeit. See how it makes the whole sentence shorter and simpler? So to sum it up, when you want to say something like with it or for it in English, in German you use a da word and then add the preposition. For instance, dafür means for it and damit means with it. Let's take a look at a few more examples. Ich feiere morgen meinen Geburtstag. Für meinen Geburtstag muss ich einkaufen. Ich feiere morgen meinen Geburtstag. Dafür muss ich einkaufen. When the preposition that comes after da starts with a vowel like auf, an, über, or in, we need to put an R between da and the preposition. This is done to make it easier to say the word. For example, am Montag ist mein erster Arbeitstag. Ich freue mich auf meinen ersten Arbeitstag. Am Montag ist mein erster Arbeitstag. Ich freue mich darauf. Meine Freundin zieht weg. Ich bin traurig darüber. Darüber in this case is referring to the fact that my friend is moving away. I'm sad about that. Alright, so here are two more important things you need to know about these da words. First, da is not the same as the adverb da, which means there. Instead, it's just a way to replace the thing we talked about before in the sentence. And second, we don't use it to replace a preposition with a person. It's only used for things, like a book, an event, or a place. Now, if you're wondering how you will ever be able to master these, here are a few helpful steps you can take. First of all, understand the purpose of these words. So as we learned today, they're used to replace nouns and they help to avoid repetition in sentences. Then start with studying the most common pronominal adverbs in German, like daran, davon, and damit. Also, pay attention to examples and context in your daily life. Now that you know what they're used for, it is a lot easier to make sense of them in a sentence you hear on the streets. So look out for them. And practice them in your own speech. Practice is crucial to internalize it and get you one step closer to becoming fluent in German. And if you're not quite there yet and feel overwhelmed with stringing basic sentences in German together, then definitely check out my free training for beginners. It's a 60-minute lesson where we dive into everything you need to know to kickstart your learning journey successfully. The link to register for free is in the description box below. I would love to see you there. So here you have it, the concept of the da words that seem to appear everywhere in daily life German. I hope you have found this video useful and you feel like you have a better grasp of this concept. If so, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button, and I'll be back next week with another lesson for you guys, so make sure you stay tuned. Das ist alles für heute. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!